The very presence of the word versus Gatha is enough to preclude the word Abhidhamma from standing for the literally exegesis of that nature. Indeed, no reference to the three Pitakas as such would have combined a reference to the part of material verses which one of them eventually came to include. I.B. Horner is of the opinion that this Bhikkhu Pachitya purports to refer to the time when Upali, the great Vinaya expert, was alive. But since he could not have long survived the first council in the Vinaya, accounts of which there is no mention of the Abhidhamma, this as a Pitak could not well have been compiled and completed until after his death. According to Bhikkhuni Pachitya, a nun having obtained a monk's permission to ask him about Sutanta commits an offense of expiation if she asks him instead about Vinaya or Abhidhamma. Oldenburg states that this is the only passage to the Vinaya Pitaka which really presupposes the existence of an Abhidhamma Pitaka. I.B. Horner does not agree with this, that the Abhidhamma Pitaka was in existence by the time this passage was formulated. Again, Max Muller, in his introduction of the Dhammapada, says that the three subjects of Dhamma, Sutta and Vinaya, Abhidhamma, treated in these baskets of the Sutta, of Vinaya and of Abhidhamma, existed and were taught long before the three baskets were definitely arranged. I.B. Horner suggests that at the time of when this Pachitya was formulated, the whole teaching had no more than reached a stage when it was capable of division into these three baskets, but that the final division and arrangement had not as yet been made. From the evidence of the last two Khandakas of the Chulbagga, it seems that the elders did not compile the Abhidhamma Pitaka in the first and second Buddhist councils. But on the other hand, there are evidences to suggest that it was very much recited and compiled in the third Buddhist council held at the time of the king Asoka. It means that the text of Abhidhamma Pitaka got their origin during the period in between the second and third Buddhist councils. Sangasena Singh is of the opinion that the scholastics among the monks who formed a very powerful group in the order under the leadership of the Brahmin converts to the Buddhism had acquired prominent position by dint of their proximity to the Buddha. After passing away of the Buddha, the same group became more powerful. They made the exegetical study of the teachings of the Buddha and formulated the Abhidhammic terms and their consequent details. Mogliputra Tissa composed the text Kathavattu and circulated as a text of Tipitaka. It seems that a very large number of Abhidhammikas, Pandit, had contributed their best in building early Abhidhamma literature. It is also significant that Sariput's name is associated with the origin of Abhidhamma. In fact, early Brahmin converts did play a vital role in this respect. The story of the association of the Mahamaya the mother of Siddhartha, with the origin of Abhidhamma seems an afterthought. However, suttas such as Sangiti Sutta, Dasuttar Sutta, Shekhya Sutta, Madhupindaka Sutta, such Vibhanga Sutta, Bhaddakar Sutta, etc., expounded and elaborated by the foremost disciples of the Buddha, received more importance and became the basis of origin of Abhidhamma. Acharya Buddha Ghosh in the Sumangal Vilasani, the commentary of Digha Nikaya, included Abhidhamma Pitaka under the text of Khudak Nikaya. Therefore, it seems that at the time of Nikayas were compiled, there was not an independent status of Abhidhamma Pitaka. Further, if you go through the contents of the text Patisambhida Magga, one of the 15 texts of Khudak Nikaya, we find that the text has great resemblance with the text of Abhidhamma Pitaka. We fail to understand that why this text has been included under the Khudak Nikaya, having the nature and treatment of the Dhammas same as the text of Abhidhamma Pitaka. By the time of compilation of Patisambhida Magga, if Abhidhamma Pitaka would have an independent status, this text might have been included under the Abhidhamma Pitaka, but not under the Khudak Nikaya. It can be concluded that in the first Buddhist council, there was existence of the Abhidhamma, but Abhidhamma texts which are available to us today were not present at that time. Now, we are going to discuss the meaning of the term Abhidhamma. According to the Pali English Dictionary, the word Abhidhamma means a special Dhamma. Generally, the word Abhi prefixed to a noun means such as super, higher, additional, supplementary, and it can mean what pertains to, concerning. In Attasalani, Abhi is used to indicate the sense like excellent, deep, profound, subtle. When Abhi is prefixed to Dhamma, it has the meaning such as growth, proper attributes, reverence, differentiation, and surpassing worth.